Hi, welcome back to another story, and this time I'm here with Julious Tamang. Now, he is a friend of mine, a school friend of mine at that. We studied together, played football together. Yeah. And initially, when we started our careers, both of us started in BPO industry.
BPO industry, yeah.
And back then, the BPO industry was looked at in a very different fashion.
Very different way. People never thought that it used to be, it would give you a career.
Yeah. It kind of was an industry wherein people did not take it seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm here in Hyderabad today, and I've been here since yesterday. In fact, I spent a wonderful Christmas evening with Julius and family, and today we even went to the Golconda Fort and everything. And I'm here to tell you his story because I am meeting him after like 15 years, and I can see that he has built a world for himself out here. Literally very well settled, great job, managerial post. And we were talking many things about how in Burma we don't have so many opportunities.
Exactly. So
and why, like bro, like when was it that you started this journey? When did you like come away from home and start your journey?
So I to start off with, actually I came in 2002. 2002 wala. So when I moved to Calcutta for my graduation, higher studies. So with your time, it was like more of you wanted freedom, right? As a young kid, you wanted to go out of your home and then explore the world, see how it looks. Your dimag ma kevan yo chai thiena ki I would start working and then I'll not go back home. So when I completed my graduation, that's wherein I realized that if I go back home, right, then what is the use of coming to Calcutta and then doing my graduation? That's wherein my friend, one of my friends, he came and told me that there's an interview going on in Wipro. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I started in Wipro too.
Yeah, that's how I went. And then I was of that idea that I will not get it. Pakka, I will not get it because first we never knew how BPO worked. Right? We did not even get a hint that how BPO works actually. Right? It was just for a fun. I went for an interview and it was raining heavily in Calcutta. So I went there and then first round it was okay, reading round and all. Then group discussion was still better. Third round was technical round, and you won't believe the technical questions that they gave. Right? And back in those days we never focused on computer education.
No, we didn't. Yes.
We didn't.
I mean, we had basic computers.
We had basic computers like the NIIT, something they were doing, right? Diploma in
computers.
They were just coming into the picture, yeah. So when I gave my test, you won't believe we had to score 65
in computers.
Computers, okay. We had
so you had a written test.
Written test, yeah, written test. We had to score 65, and you know how much I scored?
How much?
25. My God.
So,
and then the HR came, okay. HR came and took me to the other room, and he said, "See, your technical knowledge is down. Zero.
Yeah.
Okay. But can you do it?" But that question made me think, right? See, you are not born knowing everything, right? True. But everyone gives you the opportunity to learn. So I told the HR that I'm sure you guys will be providing training, at least for 1 month, right? I think 1 month is good enough time for me to learn things. That HR was like, okay. And then she said, okay, we'll take you. So we started working, we started training, and then when we first hit the floor, you know, you have been through that journey,
like
right?
A fancy office, we're all young and excited, and you know,
everyone is like, everyone are young people, and then most importantly, they used to give that home pickup, drop kind of thing, right? The cab will come at a home.
Do they still do that?
They do. But then actually the thing started, right? Then I started to think, is this the job that I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Right? Or should I go back home? Because at some point of time, you'll start thinking in those fields also, right? Because everyone is moving out, going back home, everyone is close to their family.
Then and it's always a notion for the sons to, you know, go back home and
stay
take
with
care of family.
Family and all. And so those things happened, right? And my thought process was very, very clear. So when I hit the floor, right, I wanted to become a team lead.
Okay.
We had a lot of things, like we had a technical support supervisor, we had a coach role who can coach people.
Quality control.
Yeah, quality control. But my dream was to become a team lead.
Okay.
Because I always saw my team leads coming, okay, and then एउटा हुन्छ नि के हो औकात yeah, you have to follow me types. Okay, I always wanted to become a team lead. Okay, and then now you can just join and then become a team lead, right? You have to gain experience. So 1 year exactly, I think I had December 2005 I joined Wipro
in
Calcutta. 2006 December they transferred me to Hyderabad as a team lead.
Okay.
1 year. Okay. Then it was a great achievement for me, right? Because my dad, especially my dad, he always thought that, what are you doing?
Yeah, they won't take these things seriously.
Yeah, they would not take these things seriously.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, you're working in night shift.
Yeah.
Most importantly, it was night shift.
That's not even a real job.
Yeah, not even a real job.
Yeah.
Now back home, what people think that, okay, if you take a government job, there's a job security, you'll get your pension when you retire, right? Life becomes very easy. But I never had that interest towards government job. Not saying that government jobs are bad. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Me neither. I never.
Exactly.
I believe you had your dad's job option.
I still have.
Yeah,
I still have, right? I still have. Now, but this job has given me so many things, right? I met my wife. My son is now 9 years old, right?
Yeah, man.
So when I came to Hyderabad, right, I had a very clear thought process again. I'm not going to stay here in Hyderabad specifically, because traveling from Darjeeling to Kolkata itself was a big thing, right? It was a one-night journey, where either it's a bus or
from
a train.
Kolkata to Hyderabad.
Siliguri to Kolkata.
Siliguri to Kolkata.
So during those days, flights were very few. People we used to think that no, we can't travel by flight kind of thing.
It was an expensive
affair.
Thing.
Yeah, it was a luxury thing.
Yeah.
I traveled by flight first time in my life when I came to Hyderabad. That also company paid, company paid travel.
I mean, but that means your tarakki was like pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yeah. So my performance was really good. Yeah. So everyone was happy. And one thing people really like about the eastern part of India, right? Though we believe we are like, okay, go out kind of party and all, that's okay. But people are really hardworking also.
Yes, I think they are pretty dedicated.
When they do something, right? So, and people are very honest. The most important thing.
Simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity, honesty. Everyone likes, right? So I came to Hyderabad, but I really didn't want to stay in Hyderabad, because coming from Kalimpong to Kolkata itself was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Now traveling from Kolkata, it's complete down, right, south. Yeah, when we look at India map, right, it's like where I was and where I am today, kind of thing. So I thought I'll stay for 6 months. Then I'll tell them that no, my family is there, my family has some issues and all, I'll get back. It's been 14 years now, Hyderabad, right?
Yeah, man, 14 years and you're completely like settled over here.
Yeah, seriously. And one thing I really want to talk about this BPO is, see, you can make a career out of it.
True. Now, see, on this note, when we started off, people didn't have that notion.
Exactly.
Now, suddenly, I know what you're getting at. And it's become a career in itself. And yesterday, I think I was talking to someone, one of your friends, who said that if the BPO industry was to close down in India, the amount of jobless people that would be there.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is a huge revenue generating and a career in itself, right?
Absolutely. So, see, forget about BPO closing down in India, right? Just because of this one pandemic.
It's not going to.
Right? And so many people have lost job.
Yes, true.
The smaller companies kind of thing, right? Who does not focus on big things. So, one pandemic has impacted so much, right? Imagine if the BPO closed down completely from India or taken away to some other countries, right? People will become jobless, homeless.
True.
So, and in this BPO, right, if you're working, let's say for example, you join one process, whatever it is, right? Your career does not limit to that process, right? It's a tree, basically. There are a lot of branches, right? But it's up to you how you take it. If you want to learn things and move on, I feel that BPO is the best place to work, because you'll find a lot of updates happening every day, right? New technologies coming. Right?
You learn a lot.
You learn a lot.
And I still remember this thing, okay, like there were a lot of so-called, see, when we grew up, everybody was talking about I will become a doctor, an engineer or a scientist. एउटा नयाँ चिज सिकेको थियो I'll become an architect engineer. So suddenly everybody wanted to become an architect engineer. Now the thing was, back then when I was working in Wipro, there were a lot of engineers and all working side by side.
No, seriously.
उनका डिग्री किस काम का लगा, right? के काम लगे थे?
Exactly. म भन्छु, I'm BCom honors.
Yes.
Okay. When I joined Wipro, I told you, right? I got 25 in that computer exam. Right? Now, a guy with a BCom background who did not have a computer knowledge, right? It's been 14 years I've been working in the same kind of industry today, right? That itself shows that what kind of job security we have.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So in Wipro, when I joined Wipro, when I came to Hyderabad 2007 December, I came to Hyderabad Wipro, and then 2008 December again. So I got another promotion, which was a group lead promotion. Okay. That is a group lead level. So group leads and all, they manage the higher level people.
Yeah.
That's wherein I thought that I should kind of move on in life, and I thought that okay, I need to learn something new. Right? Because you cannot restrict yourself in one thing.
True.
If you don't want to learn, you'll never grow. In BPOs, learning is the key to grow.
Yeah. So that time what I was trying to say was, I think I just recalled again. The MBA गर्ने मान्छेहरूले back then, they were paying a lot of money to go to these MBA colleges and get training. And the kind of training that we were provided with back then, Six Sigma training and all, you remember?
Yeah.
We were getting it for free.
Green belt.
And exactly, and that was such an expensive training if you were to go and do it somewhere else.
Exactly. For instance, we did ITIL through office, ITIL, right? For that you have to pay so much amount of money if you have to do it from outside.
Yeah.
The company pays for you, right? And on top of that, see, if people still don't understand the kind of work culture we have in BPOs, right? Because people still think that it's a call center kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
no job security, nothing.
The stereotyped call center attitude.
And I'll tell you one thing. Today, if you give an interview for a call center, let's say call center only. Let's don't say BPO, right? Okay. Because people may not understand BPO, call center. सबैले बुझ्छ. त्यो कल सेन्टरमा इन्टरभ्यू छिर्नुको लागि पनि भयंकर प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुपर्छ आजको दिनमा because from a communication standpoint, from a knowledge standpoint, right, current affairs and all, how much you know,
yes,
right? And especially your communication skill, how well you communicate.
And I don't think nowadays they're stressing on accents. No, I think they're more stressing on neutral accent.
Neutral accent. So back then it used to be like American accent, right?
Yeah, we had
kind of little bit of twang and all.
Yeah.
But right now it's neutral accent.
Yeah.
Neutral accent. Now imagine, okay, people have done BTech in some, they have done some computer science, okay, some engineering. Those people are working in BPOs when they have an option to join IT. Okay, because the BPO sector provides more job security than the IT sector.
And I think opportunities as well.
Opportunities.
People can simply calculate, at the end of the day, it's the cash flow that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly, it's the cash flow. Yeah. And if you're in the right department, right? If you're in the right department, the cash flow does not stop at all.
Yeah.
Especially if you
right
are in
processes.
Yeah, right process. Like for instance, one company may have different departments, right? Like customer service, technical support, sales, IT, right? IT people who supports that process. Sales is the process where you can't even imagine how much you can earn.
Yeah.
Right? If you think from a money standpoint, career, it's there.
See, back then it was more of outbound sales. Is it still the same?
No. So right now, every company, every BPOs will not have those processes, right? Yeah. Some of the BPOs are only they're only support kind of thing.
Yes.
Some of the BPOs, they have only collection kind of thing, right? So they collect from people who have already bought things. So companies like Dell, where I'm currently working, right? So we have technical support, we have collections, we have customer care, we have sales. Now sales, we have inbound, where customers, they know the brand, right?
Yeah, it's a trusted brand.
Yeah, it's a trusted brand. So they come, our job is to kind of go ahead and give them the right solution.
And they trust you for that.
Yeah, they trust us. While doing that, people kind of upsell.
Yeah, upselling is obviously...
Upselling is required. So like for instance, if you buy a car, you need a car cover.
Yeah.
Right? Or you need an insurance for a car.
Yeah.
That is by default. So when people do those kind of things, right, the kind of cash flow they get at the end of the month, right, and it comes in dollars, it does not come in rupees, right? So imagine a person who's just passed out of college, 20, 21 years old, getting into these companies and earning like $600 only as an incentive per month.
That's a lot.
Right? Apart from his salary and spiff, apart from his salary and the salary's incentive. So that kind of money they give, right? And on top of that, you can make a career out of it, right?
Yes.
It's not only about being a manager
And
or a
at
team
the end of the day, I think it is how you climb the stairs anyway, how you climb the ladder, right? And then people go up to become CEOs and everything from here.
Right from here. So I'll tell you, in my company only, there are people who have joined much before than us, right? Like they're very senior to us. We have seen success stories like people who have joined from an agent level, right? Now they are general managers in the same company with experience, with performance, right? And it's been like almost 20 years they have been working with Dell now, right? It's a long time. 20 years working for one company in different processes itself shows that what kind of job security we have. People back home, right?
Yeah.
People are not aware also.
That is true. You know, on that lines, like people are really not aware, and some of you who may be watching is like, it's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not. Definitely, it's not easy.
And but the thing is, like, in today's date, I'm sure a lot of people are still coming and doing this.
A lot of people.
So, if those people want to come and do these things, what would be your advice on what should they be prepared on? The number one thing or the
few things which people really need to focus or prepare, right? One thing is the communication skill.
That's number one.
That's number one, right? And yes, if you have a knowledge, right? Awareness, right? And see, now when we go for hiring and all, we never check our priority is not knowledge level. We always believe that if someone comes to office, that person is trainable.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, we train them. See, the training, support, everything is given. One thing, the first thing is communication, that is absolutely required. Second thing is that you should be able to learn.
The talent and the skill is up to you.
Yeah, you should be able to think that no, I can learn, I can do it. Right? I've seen, we have so many people from Darjeeling working in my office, right? So imagine people not from a convent school background, where the foundation of English is not that great, right? Those people are doing really good. It's only because of hard work, dedication, and they had that will to learn things. They're doing good.
Everything is learnable, right?
Learnable. And see, everyone cannot become a doctor, right?
True, man.
So from a career standpoint, BPO is not that olden days, 2002, 2003, the stereotype BPO. Okay, it's not anymore. It's a well-paid job, right? With a respected position.
Yeah, and with a lot of high-end corporates, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have these corporates right
and
now.
You don't know what kind of people you meet, you know.
Yeah, that is true. When I was working back then, also I still remember that we had film actors. There was a guy who had gone viral on some song, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan song, and he was working beside me.
Okay.
And forget about the engineers and all those things. They were all. So when you ask them, hi, my name is Bidhan. You know, I did that. Hi, my name is Amit, and I'm an engineer. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You're sitting beside me.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, this is not making fun of engineers by any chance, by the way.
So, if you want to work, right?
Yeah.
See, only degree is
not.
It will not help.
I mean,
you.
we have to come out of that that mentality, man. That is.
Like I said, you have to have that go-get attitude kind of thing.
Yeah, man. If you want it, go and get it.
Yeah.
Nothing
go
can
and
stop
get it.
you. Nothing should stop you.
Nothing should stop you, and nothing will stop you.
Yeah.
If you have the right attitude towards what you're doing, right? And see, growth and all does not mean that today you join the company, tomorrow they'll give you growth.
A lot of people have this attitude. Business is kholyo bane pani, dokan kholsa.
Oh.
Like 1 month I'll become rich. He's imagining it doesn't work like that.
It does not work like that, right? Sometimes from one level to move to another level, right? It may take 3 years also. It may
Yeah.
take 4 years also. Right?
Sometimes 1 year,
Yeah, sometimes 1 year.
sometimes 10.
Right? But that should not stop you from doing what you're doing good. People usually get frustrated. And I've seen many people, my colleagues, my people from back home also, right? 2 वर्ष भइसक्यो प्रमोसन देख्छैन म छोडेर गएको अब. That's sad. हो. अब कस्तो हुन्छ भने प्रमोसनमा म मेरो केटालाई पनि त्यही भन्छु. हेर प्रमोसन आउने टाइममा चाहिँ हामीले के सोच्छ 2 महिना त राम्रो काम गरेको हुन्छस् कि हामी विल थिङ्क द्याट मैले काम त दामी गरेको छु त प्रमोसन किन नभएको भनेर. राइट? बट वेन प्रमोसन कम्स यो एन्टायर हिस्ट्री इज चेक्ड. तैँले के गरेको थिइस्, तेरो प्रमोसन, तेरो काम कस्तो हुँदै थियो, पर्फर्मेन्सहरू कस्तो हुँदै थियो, होइन? त्यो हिसाबले हुन्छ नि त प्रमोसन त.
So basically, at the end of the day, it is just pure, it's all about you, man. You
Yeah,
make it or you break it.
Exactly.
It's
You
all
make it.
dependent on you.
Yes. We work in a different environment, right? Sometimes you have to do night shift, right?
And I think this is applicable to all industries.
All
It's not
industries,
just about your
right?
industry.
Now, see, no one will come will come up with a gift wrap of cash and then tell you, okay, you take it. You don't have to do anything. No one is going to do that,
Yeah, man.
right? So if you want to earn, you have to work. होइन? अब सजिलो पाराले त कसले पनि काम दिँदैन नि त हौ.
Yeah, man, it's like everybody thinks that they'll just go to the end of the rainbow and find their pot of gold,
I know.
To reach the end of the rainbow, firstly, you'll have to find a rainbow.
Exactly.
And
होइन त्यस्तो छ
reaching it's
कि.
like,
And that's a very wrong notion people have, right? I joined today, 1 year down the line I should get promotion. And the फेरि frustration चाहिँ कहाँ आउँछ थाहा छ? Especially in this kind of industry, first 2-3 years चाहिँ भयङ्कर frustrated हुन्छ. किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो लेभलमा चाहिँ either you'll have to answer calls,
agent level, na?
एजेन्ट लेभल है. अब त्यही काम त गरिरहनु पर्छ नि त, रिपिटेड काम हो नि त त्यो त, होइन? अन्त सायद मान्छेले त्यो भनेर पनि प्रब्लली भाउ नदिएको होला सायद कल सेन्टर्स भनेर, बिपिओ कर्पोरेट वर्ल्डलाई है, किनभने कल उठाउनुपर्छ त्यो गर्नुपर्छ भनेर, होइन? बट इमेजिन है, त्यही काम you're sitting in an AC room, होइन?
A lot of other private companies, they don't have AC rooms.
है, एसी रुम घरबाट पिकअप गरेर अफिसमा छोडिदिन्छ, अफिसबाट पिकअप गरेर घरमा ड्रप गर्छ, एसी कार, होइन? एसी कार.
Yes, it has always been AC car.
अन्त अरू कुन चाहिँ जबमा दिन्छ त्यो? आज म I'll tell you honestly भनेको मैले, ओके, म फ्लाइटमा किन चढ्न सक्छु? बिकज अफ दिस जब.
Yeah, पहिला हाम्रो लागि फ्लाइट भन्ने कुरा
फ्लाइट सोच्दैनौँ त्यो.
हो त नि. फ्लाइट भनेको त धनी मान्छेहरू मात्रै चढ्छ.
धनी मान्छे थियो.
I mean, we come from all that kind of background.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we are like all.
Yeah, right? So today, what I feel, मैले गाडी किने, मेरो कामले गर्दा हो. It has given me so many things, so much, right? And I never felt that, ला मलाई निकालिदिन्छ होला भनेर. Trust me, त्यो मेरो दिमागमा कहिले आउँदैन पनि. Right? It's because you know what you're doing.
A lot of people are just, when they talk about private, talk about BPOs, call centers, I think they are kind of influenced by Western media as well. You watch Hollywood movies, okay, we are downsizing and the company is closing. They show in movies, no? I think people have that idea also. No? But it doesn't work like that most of the time.
And I'll tell you, कुनै company, like I said, right? कुनै company में त्यसै त निकाल्दैन नि त हो. त्यसै निकाल्दैन, right? When जस्तो pandemic-मा, pandemic-को time-मा, there were companies where downsize भएको थियो. We call it workforce reduction. WFR भन्छ हैन? भएको थियो. तर workforce reduction हुँदाखेरि blanket ओढाएर रिड्युस गर्दैन नि त. It's not a blanket reduction नि त. हैन? उनीहरूले हेर्छ को के छ, कहाँ छ, कस्तो छ, है? Those people will definitely get impacted whose performance has not been great for the entire 1 year.
Okay.
Right? But बाहिरको चाहिँ हुन्छ रङ पिक्चर देखाउँछ नि त. निकाल्दियो, होइन? एक वर्षमा imagine myself, right? I've not been able to deliver for 1 complete year. I should be feeling ashamed and I should be leaving that company.
Yeah.
Instead of company telling me to ask you.
Ethically, that should be the correct scenario. So, I know that I can see that you're doing well. Again, I'm saying sorry, I'm repeating the same thing, but then yeah, a lot of people come to you, know, from Kalimpong when they require to come to Hyderabad, do this, Dr. Kumajanu.
Yeah, so I always
say, I'm sure.
No, I always मेरो चाहिँ एउटा के छ भन्दाखेरि नि आई एम भेरी लकी टु हेभ माई भेरी सपोर्टिभ वाइफ ओके त्योमा चाहिँ द एन्टायर क्रेडिट गोज टु माई वाइफ ओके बिकज सी हेज बिन भेरी भेरी सपोर्टिभ बिकज बिहा गरेपछि अलिकति उयो हुन्छ नि त होइन किनभने बुढाबुढी मिल्नु पऱ्यो दुईजनाको सोच मिल्नु पऱ्यो अरूभन्दा पनि राइट एन्ड द नेक्स्ट थिङ इज सी नाउ आई कान्ट ट्राभल ब्याक होम एभ्री मन्थ राइट बिकज अफ काइन्ड अफ वर्क वी डु नाउ आई कान्ट डु एनिथिङ फर माई कम्युनिटी राइट So what I feel is giving back to the society
yes,
right?
Yes.
And that I do honestly because I feel that whatever I am today, right, it should be to help people only.
And we came from that society. Whatever we got also
exactly.
was from that
because
society.
we also have been in tough situations like that, right? So I feel at least I should be able to do it for the people back home.
Well, it's been really amazing talking to you. Maza aayo. Like we are two old school friends. And thank you for your time, and this has been, I think a lot of people will kind of, I think who don't know about this will get a fair idea about what this is all about, you know.
So they can always reach out.
Yeah.
Right? They can always reach out. And
this is Julious Tamang by the way, in Hyderabad. From Kalimpong.
And the best part about this association with you, right, is I'm meeting you after 15 years, you know.
After man, we are meeting after 15 years.
15 years. Huh?
And it was just by chance.
Just by chance.
I was coming to Hyderabad, and when did I make this contact? I think on the way. I contacted you 1 week before.
I think you were in Odisha.
Yeah, I was in Odisha, yes. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming to Hyderabad. Like, come.
It's always good to meet old friends.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. And anything else that you would like to add?
No, I just wanted to... I was like pretty excited, you know, when you said that I'm doing these kind of things for our Gorkha community and all. And we, in our blood, Gorkha runs in our blood.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel bad if someone speaks anything negative about Gorkha.
We are very touchy about
I'm very touchy about this, our community. So people who work for community, right? We always appreciate those people. Because we need to show we are also here to prove our worth.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to move on.
It is time to prove our worth.
Yeah, it's a big high time.
And prove it in the correct way, you know, and prove it in the new way. Rebrand yourself, whatever you do, man. I mean, it's all up to you. Well, man, thank you so much once again. I've been saying thank you for the last, I think, third time. So, because I got to cut and edit this and all that, and it's been really fun. And thank you all for watching. If you are still watching, that is. And I hope I come up with another great story. And if you guys can help me out to find stories, and you can always message me or something, I will leave my email address, and that would be like really helpful. Thank you for watching again, and thank you, Julius, for giving your time.